In this video, I'm going to cover the concept of URL routing in Django and how URLs and views work together to return templates to a user. So Django stores URLs in this urls.py file in our root directory. And whenever a user types in a URL path, it's this file's job to find the pattern that the user typed into the browser and return them back a page. And Django, based on whatever URL pattern was matched, now has to trigger a function, and it's the function's job to return back the page that the user is looking for. So I drew up a quick diagram here that I want to show you and explain this concept a little bit better. So I just drew this up in Paint, and I'll open this up all the way here, or at least half of it. And I'll just explain this. So whenever the user types in a URL path, and we'll just use facebook.com/about. So whenever the user types this in, we have this list of paths right here. So these are basically patterns that are matched, and that's what you're seeing right here, this URL's pattern variable. So a lot will be added. So you'll actually, if you notice, it's a list, and there's gonna be a lot of patterns like this, and each one will have a different path. And that pattern is matched. So in this case, we match to the about page. And the about page is supposed to return the function return about page. So let's just say that's the name of the function, and that's what our view is. It's just a function, and this can also be a class, and I'll go over that later. Now the function has to process some information, and then it decides which template do we return, or what kind of response do we give the user. This can be just some kind of API data, like a JSON response, an HTTP response, or an actual template. So the function's called, and then we return that template. If we called, if the user typed in contact for that /, we would trigger this pattern, then we would trigger that function and return the contact page. So let's go ahead and actually start working right within this file here. So this isn't the actual right way of doing things. I'll cover that right after I explain the basic concept, just to keep things simple. So the first thing we'll want to do is run a quick import. So from Django.http import HTTP response. And we'll use this in a second here, but the first thing we'll do is create two views. So we'll create a home page, and that function needs to take in a request, and it'll return back an HTTP response. So return, and that's what that import just gave us. So we're using this right here. And in our response, let's just return back a string. So we'll say home page, and I'll make another function here really quick, and we'll call this contact. So we'll call the function contact, and we'll just say contact page. Okay, so now that we have the functions, it's the URLs pattern list. It's this variable's job to actually match a URL pattern and return one of these functions. So we'll create a path. These are URL paths. And the home page, because, let me pull up the browser here. Because we have nothing here, Django by default returns back this page. And if we have an empty string here, this is simply going to return back that base URL, so facebook.com. So that's what it'll match. And ours currently is just port 8000. So now we just need to tell it what view is connected to this URL path, and we'll just say home. And that's all we need. And then for the about page, let's go ahead and create another URL path. And this one, we're just going to do about, and then end it with a /. And for the function, we'll just use this function now and say contact. And we need to put a comma there. Okay, so let's look and see if it gave us everything we need. So by default, Django returns this because we had nothing there. But now when I return that, we entered this URL path. So that's just the base URL. And we call this function, which returns that HTTP response. And let me just drag this over here. I'm messing things up a little bit. Okay, so now if we type in /about, we get the about page, or I wrote contact page. So that should give you the quick concept of what's actually happening here, but this isn't the correct way, so I'll go ahead and actually build this into the app that we built out. So what's actually supposed to happen, and I'll just go ahead and clear these out. let's just remove these, and I can take out HTTP response. Actually, I'll copy this because we're actually going to need it in a second. And I'll just remove that. And in here, we need to build out, so in our app, so our app was called accounts. In our views file, we want to import HTTP response. So those two functions that we just made, we actually want to build them in here. And for our app, we want to make a urls.py file. So urls.py. And let's go ahead and steal some information from the other urls.py file, so from the base one. Okay, so we have our base urls.py file, and we just created a second one. So what we want to do is not actually have our file paths right here, but we want to, whenever somebody types in that base URL, we don't want to direct it from here. We actually want to send them to this urls.py file and let this file handle all that processing. So let's paste that in there. And let's create some patterns. And really quick, what I'll do is just build out those two functions again. So we'll say home. And again, it takes in the request, and we're going to return the HTTP response. Okay, so instead of calling it page 2, we'll just call this products, because that's what we're actually going to use here. And I'll quickly just make a third page while I'm at it, and we'll call this customer. So this is going to be our customer profile page. Okay, so we have our 3 views properly stored in the views.py file. And we need to import these views into this urls.py file. So from that base, import views. So before we just called the function by giving it the function name, but now in our file path, so again, in our base URL, we need to call views dot and then whatever the view or whatever function we want to call. And we'll just do this 3 times for 3 pages. Okay, so we have our products, and then we have our customer page, and I'll just create the file paths really quick. So customer, and I'll explain what's happening here. And then we have our customer. Okay, so again, this URL pattern, because we've imported these functions, we match the pattern and we call them in here. So what's actually happening here is in this urls.py file, and it's actually in the documentation right here, it says what to do here, but we need to use the include function. Now, our admin page, we want to leave it there, but we want to create a new URL path. And again, that base URL is going to send it here. So what we're going to do here, instead of calling a function, we're going to say include, and we're going to specify the app name and which urls.py file we want to call. So whenever that URL route is called, we look for this new urls.py file. And where did I open that? Can't find it. Give me a second. Let me refresh my screen here. Okay, so for some reason when I created this urls.py file, it didn't open up in my folder or didn't appear there, so I couldn't find it. So let me open that, open our views, and our base urls.py file. So when we hit that URL path, it says instead of returning a certain function, go ahead and send us to this urls.py file. So, oh, sorry, not app, it's accounts. Just made that mistake. So go to accounts.urls and let this handle it. And then we find the URL path and then we trigger the function here. So we get sent from here to here, trigger the function and activate it. Okay, and just to make sure everything now works properly with the new structure that we have, let's go ahead and test it. So we still have our home page. We can go to our products page and we have our customer page now. Okay, so everything checks out. Okay, so I hope that made sense. That covers our URL routing and views. In the next video, we're actually going to return some templates in our views. So we're not going to return that static HTTP response. We're going to return a template.